Broadcasting live from Irvington, Alabama. It's the South Trust Bank High School Football Game of the Week, and what a contest we have for you. Near the Bayou, it's Alma Bryant, undefeated, third ranked in 6A, 7-0, undefeated in regular season player in their 2-year history, taking on the 4-3 Murphy Panthers. I'm Lee Cervini, joined by Scott Hunter, and of course the Sports City 6 crew, well fed I might add, as they too enjoyed the seafood heaven that permeates the Irvington area this evening. I can't thank the booster clubs, both the coaches and the boosters clubs, enough. They have kept us, Scott, I would say knee-deep in the West Indies salad, the fried fish, you name it, they have it. But you know what? We've got to concentrate now on a football game. And as we told you, let's go to the field right now. They have the coin toss. Let's see if we can pick up Harvell Owens, the referee. Now, apparently he's not ready to talk to us, but he is right now going through the coin toss on the field. Again, explaining the significance of this game. Obviously for Bryant, state pride, keeping that number 3 ranking going, and maybe even more than number 3 ranking. And I think from what I've been told that it would almost be impossible to knock them off the 6A Area 1 perch. I'm not saying they've clinched 6A Area 1, but it's almost a foregone conclusion. If they win, of course, they'd be undefeated in the conference of 4-0. They're 3-1. But Murphy, it's do or die, Scott. They have to win to stay alive for the playoffs.
Coach Jim Sutterhay's troops must win tonight if they've got any chance of making the playoffs. And, of course, Murphy High School not being in the playoffs for 2 years in a row, when can we ever remember that not being the situation?
The officials for tonight's game. The referee is Harvell Owens, Bubba Hawk, Bill Etheridge, Shot Lose, and John Cunningham make up the staff for this refereeing crew.
And, of course, looking at Bryant High School, obviously, when you've got the playoffs clinched, now what you must do is just like the NFL. After you've gotten yourselves into the playoffs, now you must continue to play well to keep your momentum and keep your concentration. So I think it's up to Bryant High School tonight to win the football game by concentrating and to keep that momentum up headed toward the state playoffs.
Scott, a lot of people were wondering around the state whether Bryant High, which became the topic of conversation last year and the talk of the state, Bryant High School's Hurricanes would be able to do it again without Brandon Johnson and Dwayne Lavelle. Well, they're giving up a few more points, but they're still undefeated. And if they get by Murphy tonight, they got T.R. Miller and B.C. Rain. There's a good chance they could be undefeated for a second consecutive year. The only loss on the school's football history, the combination of Grand Bay and Alba, the third round of the playoffs last season against Viger.
And I certainly heard about that walking up through the stands. Of course, many of the fans know that I'm a Viger High School graduate, and some of them were giving me some hoots and ahs and a little bit of razzing about that. But, I mean, that's something that when I spoke to the Booster Club down here 2 years ago when they were forming up, I said if you could get to the point where you could compete with the Murphys and the Vigers, then you had arrived. I did not think that Bryant High School would do it that quick, but they certainly did it last year, having a great season and, of course, beating Murphy and then losing a close one to Vigers. So Bryant High School has arrived.
One thing about Murphy is they have some great skilled people. Jason Poe may be one of the finest wideouts in this area. And in Tyson Hill and Marcus Tart, you've got two outstanding tailbacks. They do have skilled people, even though earlier this year in a conference game, they did not score a touchdown against Theodore. Bryant coming off one of its closest calls all year, barely got by Mary G. Montgomery 14-7. But let's face it, it was raining, it was pouring, the weather was miserable. They fumbled and lost the ball 6 times. Bryant will kick off.
And let's not forget about Johnny Keith, Murphy's outstanding quarterback. He's gotten better every time I've seen him, Lee.
He's only a sophomore, so the maturity process indeed now in effect, and he had 3 touchdown passes last Thursday against Foley. Kicking off for the Alma Bryant Hurricanes, and I really enjoy listening to Steve Hicks, the public address announcer, prior to the game with his hurricane warnings, giving us what degree the Hurricanes are. That's B.J. Broussard kicking off for the Hurricanes. Their backs to the scoreboard. What a complex. When we get time, we'll tell you about it. This place keeps getting bigger and better. Murphy back. And this game is underway. 6A Area 1 contest. The ball goes to the goal line and into the end zone. And unable to run it out for the Murphy Panthers is DeMilton Witt. That ball was over his head. He tried to go back and catch it like a center fielder and bobbled it and actually went into the end zone. So Murphy comes out on offense. They will try to get that offense for you right away. Of course, you mentioned Johnny Keith. He is the quarterback. Looks like the running backs will be DeMilton Wheat and Tyson Hale in the split backfield. We'll pick up the rest of the offense after the first play. They're going to operate out of the shotgun in the first play. And moving to the far side of the field and unable to get any room that time.
Quarterback keep on number 5, Gerald Thompson, the ball carrier.
I stand corrected. That's Thompson. Boy, did I... that's Gerald Thompson, who ran for Bryant. Bryant's got the ball. I said, inadvertently told you that Murphy. Thompson is the quarterback. Pollock is the fullback with Thompson the tailback, Whitney the tight end, Chris Moore the wingback, and William Johnson the wide receiver. Tyler Trahorn is the center for Bryant. They get the ball first. And here's Thompson throwing long, deep, near sideline. Antoine Odom there. He's got it. At midfield, Antoine Odom. We saw him a game-winning catch against Theodore in the second game of the year. And the Hurricanes will have third down and 8 yards to go.
Mark Lassiter pulling out his bag of tricks early.
Antonio Mason keys the linebacker core. He's our top tackler along with Curtis Cooper, Will Terry, and Brandon Sigler. The line, Kevin Tyson, Jared Easley, and Mark Rikus Adams. The backs, Anthony Pugh, Kelvin Brown, Zach Lee, Joseph Petway. Zach Lee was one of the quarterbacks last year. Bryant's ball, 3rd and 8, rolling left and throwing to the right for Antoine Odom, and it's incomplete. You know, Mark Lassiter, the head coach, told me about a week ago. He says, Lee, you're not going to believe us when you see us again. We started out running the football as well, you know, against Theodore, but we've become more of a passing team now, and they've got more confidence in Gerald Thompson, and they're looking more for Antoine Odom.
And Mark Lassiter, of course, coming out with his bags of tricks, picking out Antoine Odom, who's about 6 foot 11 and a half inches, it looks like down there, but Anthony Pugh stayed right with him trying to hit the fade to Antoine Odom, but both incompletes.
And punting the ball for Bryant. As they're unable to get the first down, this punt off the foot of Marty Johnson is gathered in by Jason Poe, who runs it back to midfield. And it's first down for Murphy at exactly midfield. And now we will pick up the Murphy offense. Johnny Keith is the sophomore quarterback who has completed 48 of 119 passes for 701 yards, 10 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Murphy in the game at 4-3, coming off a victory over Foley. His favorite running backs at fullback, they alternate Terry Johnson to Milton Wheat, Tyson Hale and Marcus Hart, a rotated tailback. They'll run the eye for midfield, first down 10. In motion to Milton Wheat. Here is the toss sweep, goes to Hale outside right, cut back, smashed down at the line of scrimmage. Bryant's defense right there. Murphy has Keith at quarterback. We saw Hale try the right side. Johnson's the fullback. Chris Gessner, the tight end. Jason Poe and Damone Kaiser, the wideouts. Poe's outstanding, can really go up there and get that football. Jeff Jensen anchors the offensive line. Derek Williams, Anthony Hall, the guards, and Matt McClain and Lorenzo James, the tackles. This line has been intact all season long. Jim Sudahay is the head coach in his first year. Player to watch on defense, Antoine Odom. Let's see if they'll run away from him. He has already verbally committed to Alabama. They'll run away from him and run the right side. Tyson Hale buried after a 3-yard pickup into Bryant territory down to the 47-yard line. The defensive line for Bryant, Antoine Odom. Greg Johnson, we understand, he's a last-minute change. He's been hurt. He's not going to play. They're going to replace him in that defense with Nick Godsey. That's a last-minute change. Roosevelt Waters and Lewis Clements make up that line. Kenny Nelson, Mikhaila Daughtry, and Lewis Pollock are the linebackers. Daughtry's getting looks by Division I schools because of his size. Chris Wilkerson, William Johnson, Tony Gildersleeve, and John Sweat. John Sweat's specialty is blocking punts. 3rd and 7. Play action. Keith under a rush goes down. Heavy rush that time. And he is decked by Lewis Clements. Came from his defensive end position.
Obvious what Bryant is going to try to do early, and that's bring pressure on Johnny Keith. They're not going to let him have time to throw the football. They don't want him to have time to throw the football. He's been improving every week, and they do not want him to stand back there and have all day to throw the football. Consequently, the end crashes.
Only a sophomore, Johnny Keefe in his first year, and Murphy to punt. Jabari James averages 35 yards a kick, stands at the 30. 9:08 to go, first quarter, low snap. Rush on, they got it. Odom is going after it. Bryant will recover. I'm not sure exactly who got his hands on that football. That is the 6th block this year. I think it was Tony Gildersleeve. Now, John Sweat, we told you, is the specialist, and now they're pointing to John Sweat. So John Sweat is the block specialist, his second of the year. Last year he had an amazing 7. That's only his second this year, but the team has 6. They blocked the punt, and they've got the ball deep in Murphy territory at the 33.
Let's see if we had a replay. Well, we didn't have a replay on that, but it looked to me as if John Sweat had the block, Lee. We'll check it out with our statistician, but it looked to me as he had the block punt.
Out of the shotgun, and Bryant runs a lot of shotgun. Here's a little bit of confusion there as both of the Thompsons, the cousins, went after that football, and the flag went down. That was Gerald Thompson and the tailback, Lynn Thompson. They weren't sure who was going to get the snap. It was too high.
Now, dead ball.
To get it.
False start.
Harvell Owens is the referee. Calls a 5-yard penalty. Illegal procedure that time. So it's 1st and 15 for the Hurricanes, driving to the scoreboard side of, I call it Alma Bryant Stadium, but they have another name for it we'll tell you about. Handoff, Thompson running right, eludes a tackler, finds 35-30, and finally tripped up at about the 29-yard line. You know, I asked some people coming in what the name of the stadium is, Scott, and they said they call it the Eye of the Storm.
Eye of the Storm, huh? Here we go, working out of the shotgun here. Antoine Mason it was on the tackle, but nice hole there, stretching the defense and then turning up inside.
Trahern is the center, Foots, Beasley the guards, Elmore and Petronis are the tackles, and this run goes straight ahead to the fullback. Gain a couple of yards on 3rd and 7. And he picks up just a couple of yards that time. 8:14 to go. It'll be 3rd down, 4 yards to go. Alma Bryant, 7-0, ranked number 3 in the state in 6A. Block punt gives them possession. Inside the 30 at the 27, shotgun. Thompson to throw, throws a swing pass. Lynn Thompson has it 28-25, nice move, 20, first down, 15, knocked down about the 13. First down.
Obvious that Bryant needs to get the ball to Lynn Thompson. He is their man who can wiggle with it. That time they set him up at a wingback in the shotgun, and the throw out to him was perfect on time, giving him the time to run with the football.
1st and 10, Bryant. Zach Lee made the tackle. Alma Bryant out of the shotgun from the 13. They give the handoff. Lynn Thompson to the right. Ooh, what a jarring hit. Fumble on the play. And Murphy says they have it. Let's wait and see what the officials say. Nope, Bryant's got it. Alma Bryant recovers that loose football, and they gain a couple of extra yards down to the 10-yard line. That was quite a hit for Murphy's Anthony Pugh to cause the fumble. 7:08 to go, first quarter. Curtis Moore lines up alongside of quarterback Thompson. Harvell Owens steps in and takes an official timeout. We'll keep it right here. This may be an equipment adjustment for Curtis Cooper, the linebacker, going out. Alma Bryant.
I like the way Lynn Thompson runs the football. He's always looking for a crack to turn it up, but that time, before he could turn it up, simply lost the ball. It looked like it hit his thigh pad. Didn't have it tucked away real well, and Bryant was lucky to come up with a fumble recovery.
Yeah, now that I see it on the replay, I see that it wasn't anybody who caused it. Indeed, he lost it himself. Ball's at the 10, 2nd down. 6 yards to go for a first, 10 yards to go for a touchdown. Lynn Thompson lines up alongside of his cousin. The quarterback gives to Lynn Thompson 10 to the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown, Bryant. Lynn Thompson weaved his way. Pay dirt for Alma Bryant. And the Hurricanes are in full gale force winds right now, Scott.
Lynn Thompson on the draw play, and frankly, I didn't think when he got it had a chance to score with it, but a couple of missed tackles, or at least he may have caused a couple of missed tackles, and then he made a nice cut to get it into the end zone.
Thompson, 3rd touchdown As we await the snap out of Wilkerson's hold, Curtis Moore to try to boot it home, and he is successful. And it's now 7-0 Bryant, 6:41 remaining first quarter. This is Sports City 6 and Sports Radio 105.5 WNSP.
Who can deliver quality, purity, good taste, and value with a smile?
A Vitamin can. A Vitamin can. A Vitamin can. A Vitamin can.
A Vitamin can.
A Vitamin can.
Rent a cooler and receive your first 10 5-gallon bottles for just $2.55 each. You'll also get 6 of our new half-liter sports bottles free. Abita Springs Water.
A Vitamin can.
Better water, better service, better call.
With our $20 for 250 anytime minutes rate plans and free long distance, Digip can outlast any chatterbox. Digip's $40 for 500 anytime minutes rate plans with free long distance can outpace any motor mouth. Digip, chatterbox tested, motor mouth approved.
Waiting for the Alma Bryant kickoff. Antoine Odom does a lot of things for this team. Plays offense, plays defense, and also kicks off. 7-0 after the 10-yard run. The 8th touchdown run of the year by Lynn Thompson. His 10th touchdown of the season. A short kick at the 20. Fumble, loose ball. Murphy's ball at the 24-yard line. One of the Murphy Panthers backpedaled and took that football, and that was the Milton Wheat, and he just lost it right through the stomach area, and luckily got it back. So now the Panthers down 7-0. Backs to the wall if they're going to make the playoffs. Ball at the 24, 6:35 remaining. First quarter, Digip, Gleam Color and Design, Dairy Fresh, Hills Children's Shoes among our sponsors. A flag goes down as Keith hands off to Tyson Hale. Penalty against the Murphy Panthers.
Murphy just not quite in sync.
Dead ball. False start against the offense. 5-yard penalty.
Thank you, Mr. Harville Owens. And how often, Scott, have we said it to the point of repetition that many, many drives have been short-circuited by first down 5-yard penalties.
1st and 15 is not a pleasant situation.
From the 24. Back to pass Keith. The slant incomplete at the 26-yard line. Cutting in to try to make the catch. Damon Kaiser. The ball was a little low. 2nd and 15, I should say, for Murphy. Ball is at the 19-yard line.
Johnny Keith has had a history, what we've seen of him this year, of starting slow, but as the game went along, getting better, as he's done this season.
Panthers with the ball at their own 19-yard line. 2nd down, 15, Keith. Hands off Hale, 20, 25, picks his way up near the 30, and finally gang tackled at the 30-yard line. Best run of the night for Tyson Hale. He came into the game averaging 4.6 yards per carry, 408 yards. Tack on about 7, give him 12 yards on that carry.
That's the first time I've seen Tyson Hale just explode up to the line of scrimmage and into the secondary. I think he may be healthier.
3rd and 4, ball at the 30. Keith faces a 4-man front split backfield, 3rd down 4. Johnny Keith, the sophomore, back to pass, looks left, throws the slant, incomplete, almost intercepted. That was William Johnson who stepped in front of Kaiser and almost picked it off. 4th down, Murphy forced to punt. Jabari James, their punter, he averages 35 yards. Last time he tried to punt, he got some leather right back on his face.
Bryant was dropping off a defensive end that time, or a linebacker, and he got right in the path of the slant. Keith had to throw it high.
The player to watch, John Sweat. 5:48 to go. First quarter. And the punt forthcoming, no rush at all. High twisting kick. Hits at the 40 and takes a Murphy bounds 35 to the 33. And Alma Bryant's offense checks into the lineup. Coming off a 14-7 win over Mary G. Montgomery. They lost 6 fumbles in the rain. They have beaten Shaw, Theodore, Citronelle, Baker, Satsuma Davidson, and MGM. Only one loss in their short history in the playoffs, third round right here last season to Viger. Those listening can watch this game on Sports City 6, 5 p.m. Saturday afternoon. Here's Gerald Thompson under a heavy rush, eludes a tackler, starts to his left, 30 to the 31, and he is finally going down. He'll lose about 2 yards. I'll tell you, though, he had a lot of time. Will Terry came up to make the tackle, but, Scott, they gave him a lot of time to throw it.
Had plenty of time to throw the football, just could not find anybody, but I don't fault him for not throwing the football, because don't throw an interception when you've got momentum, got the lead, and give Murphy an easy 6 points.
31 times he has completed passes, 77 tries, including tonight 0 for 3, again lining up in the shotgun on 2nd down and 12. From the 31, here's the snap. Gerald Thompson drops back into the pocket, throws over the middle man there, incomplete. He had Brian West all alone at the 45. That would have been a first down if he hung on to it, but he dropped the ball.
Brian West did what every receiver hates to do. He dropped one right in his hands, and nobody ever did it on purpose.
4:52 to go, first quarter. Thanks to Golden Sky Systems, South Trust Bank, Zogby's Uniforms, AAA Warehousing and Moving. Now, our thanks indeed to Anna Seafood, Right Brand Seafood, as we get a call coming up. Penalty, 10 yards holding against against Bryant. And it will be 2nd down and now 22. Right Brand Seafood and Steve Sprinkle. They are the ones that feeded us and our Comcast 6 crew with the tailgating party. Handoff up the middle. Here comes Lynn Thompson darting and dodging up to the 30, 35, 45. Midfield, first down easily to the 40-yard line. What a run by Lynn Thompson. You can take the holding call, and he got that and much, much more. And Lynn Thompson has taken over the first quarter. The tackle was made finally by their leading tackler, Antonio Mason, the 5'11 junior.
Same play that Lynn Thompson scored the touchdown on that time. The draw out of the shotgun formation. Thompson just found a crack. Coach Pat Pepler pointing up a little cross blocking out there. You don't see that very often. Lynn Thompson had a good hold and took advantage of it.
From the Murphy 40, here's Thompson. That's Gerald to his cousin Lynn, who just couldn't hang on to it. He was wide open at the 18-yard line, chasing the play. Defensive linebacker Will Cherry. But if that ball's maybe just a few inches shorter, that's maybe a caught ball and maybe a touchdown.
Well, Gerald throwing to Lynn a corner route, if you will, off a post corner, but just a little overthrown.
What a difference in this Bryant offense, Scott. Last time we saw them against Theodore, they were pretty much a running team. 2nd and 10. Handoff, Curtis Moore trying to swing to the left side. Turns the corner and then is stripped and dropped. Nice shoestring tackle that time by Antonio Mason. The junior and a 2-year starter covered that outside to the left well that time. 4:05 remaining, clock going, 3rd down 10. And Alma Bryant with 3rd and 10 from the Murphy 40. Shotgun, back to pass. Gerald Thompson open is wrist, and he can't hang on to it. The pass just behind him a little bit. Antonio Mason was there to cover up. It'll be 4th and 10. Mark Lassiter, I guess the big change for Bryant this year, in addition to losing Brandon Johnson and Dwayne Lavelle, Rush Probst went to Hoover, is doing well there, and Mark Lassiter came here and is doing quite well, I might add. It's 7-0. Marty Johnson to punt at his own 46, no rush at all. Kicks it off, high and wobbly. Fair catch at the 11-yard line by Jason Poe. Panthers backed up, Scott, trailing 7-0.
High school football field position is so important. Murphy started out with good field position, starting at midfield with their first possession, couldn't move the football, and then, of course, subsequently suffered a blocked punt, and the blocked punt has affected field position the entire first quarter.
The Bryant defense is on the field, and again, they had one change. We expected Greg Johnson to start, 5'9 junior. We understand he was shaken up. a mild concussion last week. Nick Godsey took over last week, had 7 tackles against MGM, and is in the starting lineup tonight. First down, Panthers from their own 11. The tailback, Hale, fighting his way up near the 14-yard line. He'll pick up a few yards. Lewis Pollock made the tackle. Pollock, 5'10", 196-pounder. Maybe their best athlete, according to the coaches.
You know, one thing I like about this Bryant football team, defensively, they tackle well. They're good tacklers. They get down underneath the ball carrier, they drive through him, wrap up, and don't give up.
2nd and 7 for the Murphy Panthers. Wideouts left and right from the eye. Johnny Keith sends his fullback Weed in motion. Toss wave to the left. This is Tart. Tart to the 15, to the 16, to the 17 before he's finally rolled down. Pick up 3 yards. Antoine Odom was there, as well as Kenny Nelson.
And always you seem to see 3 or 4 Bryant football players around the football. There's always pursuit.
3rd down 3, 2:42 to go, first quarter. The Murphy Panthers trailing by a score of 7-0. They are 4-3, 1-1 in 6A Area 1. Split backfield, wideouts left and right. Keith throws in the backfield. He short hops it incomplete. Tried to hit Poe. Poe is a dangerous, dangerous receiver. I asked some of the Bryant coaches how they plan to play him. He said some man-to-man and some zone. They would not commit themselves on playing Jason Poe.
We've seen Jason Poe have big games all year that we've done Murphy, and I think Jason Poe needs to get into the Murphy offense tonight if Murphy's going to have any success on offense.
2:17 remaining, 4th down and 3. And a lot of passing in this game. That's Tate Marsh. The offensive line coach, Jim Sudahay's got the headset on for the Murphy Panthers in his first year. The punt forthcoming, and it's boomed out of there by Jabari James. Wilkerson dropped it, and it's recovered by the Murphy Panthers. The Panthers have it. Chris Gesnard, the tight end, beating Wilkerson to that fumble punt, and the Panthers get their first break of the game.
What he did better than I've seen a lot of players in the National Football League do, when the kick receiver fumbles the football, don't go for the football, hit the kick receiver. Keep him from recovering it. That's what Gesnard did first, is hit the receiver, and then he went for the football. Excellent play by him. Coaching clinic.
Murphy came into this game a +3 in takeaway giveaway from the shotgun, and the officials stopped the play. Timeout taken by Bryant, 2:06 to go. First quarter, we'll take a timeout. Bryant leading 7-0 on Sports City 6 and WNSP.
When it comes to great food, Naaman's Catering has whatever you're looking for. From economical to extravagant, from casual to elegant to black tie occasions, Naaman's Catering can suit your needs. With tasty hors d'oeuvres or palatable full meals, Naaman's Catering provides for events of all sizes. So whatever your catering need, Naaman's can make your special occasion one to remember. Naaman's Catering, full-service catering for all occasions. 473-3900.
Save on our exclusive new Lee's for Living carpet at Green Color and Design.
Just wait till you see this amazing carpet.
It's hard to resist a carpet that resists everything with our exclusive Extra Lock backing system and a 25-year no-exclusion stain warranty.
When it comes to flooring, nobody does it better than Carpet One.
Tell it like it is. Don't miss these special savings on Lee's for Living carpet, only at Green Color and Design.
First down, 10 for the Murphy Panthers. They get the big break. They have the ball at the Hurricane 34-yard line from the eye. 2 wideouts left. Johnny Keith, the quarterback, will hand off to Tyson Hale. Blows through the middle, 30-25 to the 20. Down to about the 18-yard line. That's a first down for Tyson Hale. And the Murphy Panthers, John Sweat, makes the tackle.
I think we're seeing a fresh, healthy Tyson Hale for maybe the first time this year.
Came into the game rushing for over 400 yards. His backup, Marcus Tart, a good year, over 380 yards. They lead Murphy in rushing. Poe to the right. Kaiser to the left. 1st and 10 from the 19. Handoff. Hart hit down. Maybe even a loss. Boy, they hit him so hard at the line of scrimmage. Marcus Tart never got started. Lewis Pollock came up and hit him hard. He leads the team in tackles, and we saw a reason why right there.
That's exactly what we're seeing. And also, he must lead the team in coaching clinic tackles, because that was one of those we talked about earlier. Legs down, drive through the ball carrier, wrap him up, and put him on his back.
The Milton Wheat comes in to play some fullback. Heiser, Poe go to the right. 2nd down, 10.
Unbalanced right.
From the 19, Keith takes, hands off to Hale. He's not going anywhere, and a flag goes down. And from here, it looks like it's going against Murphy. Flag against Murphy, I presume. 10-yard penalty against Murphy, holding. Kenny Nelson on the last tackle.
And holding against the offense. 10-yard penalty from the spot.
Jim Sutherland came out with an unbalanced line right there. Coach Pat Pepler picking up there. Of course, he remembers the days of the 50s and 40s when the unbalanced line was so popular, but Alma Bryant did not make a good shift over to it, so let's see if he comes back with it a little later.
Under a minute to go in the first quarter. 7-0 is the score. Keith, the throw. High, caught, Poe. And incomplete is the call. He went way up in the air to grab it, came down and lost the handle. It'll go as an incomplete pass. On 3rd and 20 is the down now. But we saw how high Jason Poe could go up there.
Jason Poe can jump. That time he got up high enough, but just did not tuck the ball away. John Sweat, I believe it was, that hit him and separated him from the football. Incomplete. Johnny Key throwing a fine pass, his best throw tonight, but look at that tackle, separating the ball carrier, or at least the receiver, from the ball.
Pilot Daughtry also on the tackle. Handoff, Hale, and he is knocked down at the 30-yard line. Tackle by Roosevelt Waters, coming back from an ankle sprain.
If Roosevelt Waters doesn't make that tackle, I'm afraid Tyson Hale was off to the races.
Murphy, 4th and 20, no gain. 4th down, 20, and Waters had missed last week, and that's when Godsey had stepped in. Waters went out with an ankle sprain. 5'11" senior. Bryant's got a very solid front line anchored by the ends, Antoine Odom and Lewis Clemens. 4th and 20, they're going for it. Keith from the Bryant 30 takes the snap. Long, deep to the goal line. It's going to be intercepted. And that'll be a touchback. I thought the Bryant player might spike it and bring it back to the 30.
William
Johnson got it.
Almost on the interception here, but the worst thing he could have done was intercept this ball, because Bryant gets the ball first down at the 34. Fortunately, when he hit the ground, the ball got loose, and it was not a touchback. But at this time, Bryant sets up at the 30-yard line instead of at the 20-yard line.
And that is the end of the first quarter with the score. Alma Bryant leading Murphy 7-0. This is Sports City 6 and WNSP Sports Radio 105.5.
When it comes to great food, Naaman's Catering has whatever you're looking for. From economical to extravagant, from casual to elegant to black tie occasions, Naaman's Catering can suit your needs. With tasty hors d'oeuvres or palatable full meals, Naaman's Catering provides for events of all sizes. So whatever your catering need, Naaman's can make your special occasion one to remember. Naaman's Catering, full-service catering for all occasions. 473-3900.
Save on our exclusive new Lee's for Living carpet at Green Color and Design.
Just wait till you see this amazing carpet.
It's hard to resist a carpet that resists everything with our exclusive extra lock backing system and a 25-year no exclusion stain warranty.
When it comes to flooring, nobody does it better than Carpet One.
Tell it like it is.
Don't miss these special savings on Lee's for Living carpet, only at Green Color and Design.
First down for Bryant, sending Odom in motion. They give to Antoine Odom, turns the corner, 30, 35, 40, and the big tight end barrels up to the 44. Michael Williams was the one who was forced to bring him down man on man. Antoine Odom, who can really motor for a guy as big as he is, 6'6", 248.
I've seen Florida do this many times with their outstanding fast wide receivers, this reverse off motion, but I've never seen one that big carrying Antoine Odom reverse off motion. That was the biggest man I've ever seen on a reverse.
Shades of when Leonardo Carson used to quarterback Shaw High School. Handoff, Curtis Moore circling to the left, outside 40, and finally dragged down at the 45 by Jared Easley. Actually, his knee hit about the 44, so he gave ground and will get just 1 yard after Odom got the first down. You know, going back to that fourth down pass, when Johnson, and when he caught the ball, then he came down and lost it. But Scott, again, it bears retelling that if he had caught that ball, they would only come out to the 20. I thought he would just go up and just knock it down instead of going for the catch.
It's hard to tell a defensive back not to go for an interception, but in a situation like that, obviously, you need to knock it down. Easley over here. Oh, not a tackle, is a push down.
They still count, though. 2nd and 10. He actually gained nothing. From his own 44, Gerald Thompson puts it in the stomach. And running that football is the fullback, the Kyla Daughtry. Kelvin Brown made the tackle. Daughtry last year was a backup quarterback. Now one of their top linebackers. He's got a first down.
There's the old belly play. We've seen it 100 years in football. It's always very popular every year. Saving tackle by the Murphy safety.
Daughtry running the ball. Odom running the ball. First down 10 from the Murphy 44. And they go up the middle, and Daughtry runs into a brick wall. No gain, 2nd and 10. Mardrakis Adams there to hold him. How would you like to be Michael Williams and having to stop Antoine Odom? But this time, Murphy's easily also in there to stop the running back, Daughtry. Daughtry comes out. They go back to Lynn Thompson and Curtis Moore in the backfield. 2nd and 10 from the Murphy 45. Lynn Thompson gets the call, and oh my goodness, Jared Easley just picked him up like a sack of wheat and turned him aside.
Jared Easley, Murphy's nose guard, came clean there and took Lynn Thompson and just slung him into the second deck almost.
Again, number 71, Jared Easley.
Check this out, slinging him down. Whatever way you can get him on the ground.
Scott, I'm not so sure if Thompson hadn't held his footing on that. He might have had some open room to the right. 3rd and 15 after the 5-yard loss throw by Gerald Thompson, caught at the 30. And down to the 25. That is that same William Johnson who almost got the interception. And Michael Williams makes the tackle, another Bryant first down. That is Johnson, William Johnson, with his 6th catch of the year.
Good throw by Gerald Thompson here. It was a crossing route. Look at Thompson here, looking downfield, and then putting a little air into the ball right over the linebacker's hands to a wide-open receiver on a crossing route.
On 1st down and 10 from the Murphy 25. Here's a swing pass in the backfield, caught by Moore at the 25. Outside on the right, lost the ball, loose ball, and it's recovered by Murphy. It is Curtis Cooper, I believe, on the far sideline, the linebacker, who fell on it. And the Murphy Panthers have held and forced the 2nd Bryant turnover, I do believe.
That was Joseph Pettaway on it. Had he kept his feet, had the presence of mind to keep his feet and pick the football up, he would have had a wide open sideline for a touchdown. Check it out again. The completion here, and then the hit, and then the fumble. And Pettaway jumps on it, of course, not knowing his defensive back was behind him, trying to scoop it up, and possibly a touchdown.
Yeah, it was Curtis Cooper who did get the fumble on that. 1st down 10. The quarterback, Johnny Keefe, lines up in the shotgun from his own 24. He's going to run 25 up to the 30, and a rock'em sock'em run that time. And in on the tackle was Tony Gildersleeve for Bryant.
First time we've seen Murphy run the option off the shotgun with the motion. The motion back, of course, the trailer pitch man, and Johnny Keefe looking for him, but of course the end committed to himself to the outside. Keefe tucked it and made 6 yards.
2nd down, 4. Ball at the 30, Murphy driving. The interesting thing about Bryant's last drive, Scott, the fact that so many different players got involved. William Johnson, Antoine Odom.
I like the new offense.
Handoff goes on the reverse. It's going nowhere. Tart is stuck. Back at the 23. He'll lose 7 yards. Antoine Odom made the tackle. You don't want to run to his side.
Jim Musaday's offensive coordinator is trying to get something going, calling the reverse, but I think that was the wrong way to go.
Normally teams run away from Antoine Odom. That time they ran toward him.
Now you see the reverse, Antoine Odom just all over it. No chance.
His eyes must have lit up when he saw that coming. Now they give the snap taken by the fullback to Milton Wheat. And he runs it up to the 30 to the 31. He'll gain about 7 yards. He'll get those 7 yards back. And Kyla Daughtry made the stop. That time the quarterback never touched it. The snap went directly to the fullback.
Shades of the single wing.
Boy, it's great to see Ed Latham down below us, the principal, former Murphy player. His son Wes, a coach on the Murphy sidelines. You know, Ed had bypass a couple of weeks ago and back at Bryant School, and
he's stepping well down there.
Briskly.
Looks good.
4th down, 3 yards to go. And again to punt. Jabari James. Not much of a rush this time, and plenty of time end over end. Ball caught by Wilkerson, 35-40 down the near sideline to the 45, and he is finally pushed out of bounds.
Chris Wilkerson lit up the crowd here to the home side. He put a shoulder into the tackler and just lowered the boom on the tackler. It was a case of reversing the situation where the ball carrier took a shot at the tackler. Let's take a look at it again. Number 38, Chris Wilkerson, hard-nosed, ball tucked away. Check this out. Whoo! Whoa!
Terry Johnson took the brunt of that. 1st down, 10 from his own 46. Lynn Thompson tries to swing right, makes the turn, midfield, 45, still on his feet, 40, twisting and turning and down to about the 36 for another Lynn Thompson 1st down. The Hurricanes explode. Brandon Stigler stopped them.
Murphy having a tough time containing Lynn Thompson. They don't have any contain on the outside when he starts that sweep out of the shotgun and had a blocker turn up in front of him. It was off to the races.
19-yard pickup. 1st down, 10 from the Murphy 35. Play action. Quarterback going to keep. Gerald Thompson dropped in the backfield for a 2-yard loss. And that was Brandon Sigler who made the tackle. It'll be 2nd down. And they'll call it 11 yards. He lost just 1 yard that time.
But Murphy doing a good job of not letting Bryant get 2 good plays back-to-back. When Bryant gains 8 or 9 yards, Murphy does a good job of stopping him the next play.
I ought to mention that one of Ed Latham's assistants, Harry McLemore, a longtime coach at Murphy with the track program. Back to pass, Gerald Thompson from the 44, throws incomplete, receiver knocked down. That was Lynn Thompson. He went down, covering closely Brandon Sigler. Bryant wants a flag. Bryant is wondering where the flag is. It's in the official's hip pocket.
Mark Lassiter thought he got a pass interference there, but frankly, I didn't see a pass interference from up here, but of course, Mark Lassiter was closer.
3rd down, 11. Bryant moving. Ball is on the 36-yard line. The Murphy 36 out of the shotgun. Snap taken by Gerald Thompson. The rush is on. Flushed out of the pocket. Throws on the run. Incomplete. Almost intercepted. If that ball had been thrown well, it would have been intercepted. Intended for more on the right side. And the Murphy defensive back was moving up quickly.
Jared Easley, Murphy's nose guard, simply cannot be blocked tonight. Look at him pouring through a double team there and putting pressure on the quarterback. And if that ball had been, as you said, Lee, a little bit higher, it might have been an interception for Murphy.
And once again, Jabari, I should say Marty Johnson to punt. Timeout taken by Murphy. 6 minutes to go, 2nd quarter. 7-0, Bryant on top, playing at home on Sports City 6 and WNSP.
Who can deliver quality, purity, good taste, and value with a smile?
A Vitamin can. A Vitamin can. A Vitamin can. A Vitamin can.
A Vitamin can.
A Vitamin can.
Rent a cooler and receive your first 10 5-gallon bottles for just $2.55 each. You'll also get 6 of our new half-liter sports bottles free. Abita Springs Water.
A Vitamin can.
Better water, better service, better call.
With our $20 for 250 anytime minutes rate plans and free long distance, Digip can outlast any chatterbox. Digip's $40 for 500 anytime minutes rate plans with free long distance can outpace any motor mouth. Digip, chatterbox tested, motor mouth approved.
Digip and Spectronics Incorporated, UJ Chevrolet among our sponsors for the South Trust Bank High School football game of the week. The punt by Marty Johnson. He got it just in time before it was blocked. And it goes out of bounds inside the 20. Boy, they had a ferocious rush on him that time. And somehow he wedged it between the Murphy players who were putting on the big rush like Anthony Pugh and Will Terry as they leave the field. 5:55 remaining first half. 7-0 Alma Bryant. And Murphy with the football, sophomore Johnny Keith.
I think the key thing to this point, Lee, is Murphy has been outplayed here for something like a quarter and a half, but they're still in the football game, only trailing 7-0.
Keith takes the snap under center. Single setback is Tyson Hale, who gets the call and rumbles forward for about 2 yards from the 15 to about the 17-yard line. 2-yard pickup that time. At the half, we'll turn it back to Pigskin Pete, WNSP, and on Sports City 6, you'll be treated to the band show.
And I think this is a critical possession for Murphy. They need to move this football. Even if they don't score with it, it's important that they move it out from behind their own goal. And at least if they have to punt to Bryant, put him on their side of the field.
From the 17, second down, 9. I formation. Hale running left. Hale trying to break free, cannot. Finally tackled at the 19. Pick up 3 yards, third down, and 7 yards to go. That was again Lewis Pollock, who's having a big night tackling so far.
Tyson Hale showing quickness that we haven't seen this year. I keep looking at him as being healthy this game, and it's a new Tyson Hale I'm seeing.
Jim Studehay, the former coach, I should say the former assistant coach at Murphy, now the head coach, one time at a very young age, former water boy for the Murphy Panthers. Third down, 7. Keith the throw, and Poe can't turn around fast enough. It was behind him. It'll be fourth down for Murphy, incomplete.
Johnny Keith just not throwing the football as good as he had in some other games. We'd seen them. Poe that time on the slant route, and Keith simply just didn't deliver it. Would have been a first down had he gotten in front of Jason Poe.
Jabari James on fourth down and 7 will punt. Coaches for Murphy, Bobby Curtis, defensive line. When his brother Terry left for UMS Wright, Bobby stayed at Murphy. Wes Latham, whose dad is the principal at Alma Bryant Ed. O'Neal Yates, Joe Lofton, Tate Marsh, Timmy Uzel. High snap, rush on, gets it away, short, wobbly. Then he hit it the 45, midfield. And will take a Panther roll and go out of bounds just inside the 45 at the 44. So Bryant, great field position, plenty of time, 4:28 remaining. They have the ball and the lead, 7-0.
And now the pressure shifts to the Murphy defense. They've got to come in here and stop Bryant from taking this football down the length of the field and getting some points on the board before the half. That could be a big momentum shift if they could.
Gerald Thompson loads up the shotgun as he has most of the night. The 6'1 junior takes, hands off to Cousin Lynn, tries the right, 45, midfield, spun around on his feet, first down, far sideline, 40, a foot race may go and will. It'll be a touchdown for Lynn Thompson. We see it, we may not believe it. What a run by Lynn Thompson. 56 yards, and how many tackles did he break? He broke out of the grasp of Curtis Cooper. One of the finest runs we've seen all year.
That's as good a run as you'll see, particularly the spin. He was in a grasp of a tackler and actually spun. You don't see a ball carrier do that much anymore. He spun, and when he spun out of that tackle, all he could see was the goal line. It was just a race from there.
Chris Wilkerson will hold. Curtis Moore will try the PAT. Second touchdown of the game for Bryant. Second for Lynn Thompson. Flags down. Last year it was Brandon Johnson. Lynn Thompson, more of a backup role. This year he has moved to the forefront and become the primary runner to pick up the call.
Dead ball. Prior to the snap. Moving on the offensive line. 5-yard penalty.
Bring it back 5. So from the 15, the PAT. Curtis Moore out of the hole to Chris Wilkerson. Chris's mom, one of the many, many parents that were attending that get-together, the tailgating party before the show, seafood tailgating. Moore's kick up, and good, 14-0. Bryant leading. As the Hurricane picking up more gale storms here. 4:15 remaining in the first half. This is Port City 6 and WNSP.
Save on our exclusive new Lee's for Living carpet at Green Color and Design.
Just wait till you see this amazing carpet.
It's hard to resist a carpet that resists everything with our exclusive extra lock backing system and a 25-year no exclusion stain warranty.
When it comes to flooring, nobody does it better than Carpet One.
Tell it like it is.
Don't miss these special savings on Lee's for Living carpet, only at Green Color and Design.
With our $20 for 250 anytime minutes rate plans and free long distance, Digip can outlast any chatterbox. Digip's $40 for 500 anytime minutes rate plans with free long distance can outpace any motor mouth. Digip, chatterbox tested, motor mouth approved.
4:15 remaining, second quarter. Bryant kicking off, Antoine Odom. And the kick goes out of bounds, but a flag upfield. So Alma Bryant adding to its lead, 14-0. They have one shutout this year. Remember, coming into the Murphy game last year, they had racked up 7 consecutive shutouts, and only a gadget play from Terry Curtis where the pass went to the wide receiver who threw the touchdown pass. That was Jason
Got dead
Pope.
ball. Encroachment on the kicking team. 5-yard penalty, free kick.
There we go with that three-syllable word again, encroachment. Why don't we just say offsides? Encroachment.
You know, I learned more about that word the other day. My son, in his vocabulary, that was one of the words he had, and I kept thinking penalty. I had to penalize him. Encroachment.
Encroachment, huh? Encroach yourself to your room.
The Bryant coaches 7-0. They know how to win. From the 35, Odom's kick after the 5-yard encroachment penalty. At the 23, a Murphy run back. Tyson Hale knocked off his feet, regains his balance, takes it up the far sideline to about the 39. Lynn Thompson, so far, Scott, he is the man of the hour.
That was some run he made for the touchdown.
The Murphy offensive line, Jeff Jensen, the center, senior. Derek Williams, the senior. Anthony Hall, junior at the guards.
Important possession for Murphy now. If they're going to get into this football game before the half, they certainly need to get some points out of this possession.
Lorenzo James, a tackle, along with Matt McLean. They'll run up the middle. Hale, 45, and walloped at the 47. He'll gain 7. What a hit. As you said, Bryant, they know how to tackle.
This is the tacklingest defensive football team I have seen this year. The National Football League teams should take a hint from how Bryant tackles.
They'll give Tyson Hale a breather after that jarring hit by Chris Wilkerson. Marcus Tart will give him a breather. Wheats, the fullback, ahead of Tart out of the eye. 2nd down 3 after the 7-yard gain. Wheat, midfield, first down to the left. 45-40, 35-30. And William Johnson knocks him out of bounds at about the 25. What a run by the fullback, the Milton Wheat.
The fullback trap, we've seen Murphy use it many times this year. They're just the short fullback trap off the eye to the fullback up close, of course, and he had a hole before he even knew what he had, and down the sidelines for a big gain.
At the Bryant 25, Murphy 4-3 this year. First down 10. Keith. He gives it off. Hale, right side 20. Hale 15. Hale dragged down at about the 11. Another first down for Murphy. John Sweat. John Sweat, the 6'2 senior, maybe a Division I prospect. He's the one who's got the talent for blocking punts.
And
Timeout, Bryant.
That's the first time we've seen Tyson Hale get outside also this year, Lee, and it looked like he did it with speed and authority. I think his ankle, as we've spoken about, looks healthier.
All right, we'll keep it right here with 3:15 remaining in the second quarter on the timeout. Bryant ahead of Murphy, 14-0 on the 2 touchdown runs by Lynn Thompson. I had a tour of this expanding facility. Randy Collins, who is really does such a fine job. You know, Randy, I know it sounds like I'm bragging on him. He doesn't have any kids going here. Obviously, he didn't go here because the school didn't exist. And here's a guy who just spends a lot of his time. I understand the new football field house, and it is huge. They'll begin laying the cement. That's the back of the scoreboard area. That's going to start up soon. The baseball facility, the press box is like nothing I've ever seen for a high school stadium.
Well, this is what makes programs like this, is people like that don't have children in the program but are willing to devote their time, their energy, their money to the program. That's what makes high school football what it is, an institution in America.
And Scott, there's a boat. I don't know if you saw it on the way in. Somebody's going to win that boat, courtesy of Randy Collins. 3:15 to go, first down 10 from the 11. Handoff as Hart tripped up at the 10 to the 9-yard line. And Kyla Daughtry made the tackle on Marcus Hart. And what I wanted to say was that Randy Collins donated the boat and the 20 other prizes to help parks and schools raise money for their respective programs. And that boat you see will go to some lucky fan in about 2 weeks. And again, he gets nothing out of it. He donates the prizes. The schools and parks that got involved will use the money for their own means. Hale, 5 to the 4. As he fights his way down, Lewis Pollock holding on at the 4-yard line. 2:30 to go in the half.
Counterplay by the Murphy Panthers here. Smart call by the Murphy coaching staff. Not running Tyson Hale to the left to the strength of the formation, but countering back to the right. One more broken tackle, and he would have had a score.
Look at that baseball field.
Beautiful. Field of dreams.
Now, here's the thing that's interesting about it. It faces both the baseball and the girls' softball field, so it covers both ends.
Unbalanced line right.
3rd and 3 from the 4. Touchdown, Murphy, and they're on the board with 1:56 to go as Daughtry tried to stop him, but he could not. And the Murphy fans are not filling up the other side, but they do have something to cheer about right now.
Murphy came out on an unbalanced line right. We spoke earlier in the game with Brian adjust to this unbalanced line right. That time I think they had a little bit of problems with their adjustments. The Murphy line had some good splits and good blocking that resulted in a touchdown for the Panthers.
Thomas Elms to try the PAT, 5 out of 5 this year since replacing Amir Zuzo. Here's the kick. And it splits the uprights. It's now Bryant 14, Murphy 7, 1:56 to go in the first half. Lee Shavani and Scott Hunter for Sports City 6 and WNSP.
Who can deliver quality, purity, good taste, and value with a smile?
A Vita Man can. A Vita Man can. A Vita Man can. A Vita Man can.
A Vita Man can.
A Vita Man can.
Rent a cooler and receive your first 10 5-gallon bottles for just $2.55 each. You'll also get 6 of our new half-liter sports bottles free. Abita Springs Water.
Abita Man can.
Better water, better service, better call.
Of the Mystics, Jim Cox returns Saturday night to Sports City 6 with a live telecast for their 7:30 game against Pensacola and radio coverage on WGOK, AM 900. 1:56 to go. Radio and television coverage of the Mystics opener Saturday night. Here, Bryant now leading 14-7, the Murphy kickoff. Thomas Elms, ready to boot it for the Panthers. Scott Hunter on his way to the playing field for an interview. Ball skips past the Bryant receivers into the end zone. It will come out to the 20-yard line. Lynn Thompson with both touchdowns for Bryant, 10 yards, 56 yards. And Marcus Hart, a 3-yard run for the Murphy Panthers, as Murphy able to come right back and answer back after giving up the touchdown. Auburn football against Florida on WNSP Saturday night. Pre-game show gets underway at 6 p.m. with Jim Pike. Kickoff slightly after 8. A late game. Running the football, Gerald Thompson. Watch the option. There it is, the pitch. Taken by Lynn Thompson. He's finally forced out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. Looks like another first down. Gerald Thompson waited for the defense to commit. And then finally, dish back. Mason got him. Strategy on all angles, not only on the football field, but with the mounted police tonight.
Second down, second and a yard.
Lots of room to roam for the horses. 600 acres, I'm told. Mind-boggling for Brian Hyde. Snap on the shotgun on 2nd and 1. He didn't make the first. Thompson tries the right side. Looks like he's got it this time. So I thought he got enough the first time. He got 9. He gets enough this time. Curtis Cooper shoved him out. First down. Murphy's defense unable to contain Lynn Thompson tonight. The ball at the 32-yard line. 1:20 remaining. Bryant one timeout. Murphy with 2 out of the shotgun. Gerald Thompson to throw. Thompson steps into the pocket. Throws. Complete diving grab. William Johnson at the 46. First down, Bryant. Nice diving grab by William Johnson. Our colleague Scott Hunter is on the field. And he'll get a halftime interview for us. First down, 10. Alma Bryant. Shotgun for Gerald Thompson. Here's the snap. Dropping back. The rush is on. Goes long and deep on the near sideline. Incomplete. That was Lynn Thompson. One cousin to the other. But the pass was a little too far that time. Mark Lassiter coached at Childersburg and at Hamilton High, where he went 7-5 last year. 10 years at Benjamin Russell under a fellow we know very well, Steve Savarese at Daphne. Here's the snap, dropping back to pass. Thompson breaks out of the pocket, 45. Midfield, near sideline, tiptoes out of bounds at the 47. It'll be third down. Joseph Pettaway shoved him out. So he's 2 yards shy, and it's third. Make it fourth. 44 seconds remaining. That's third down. And 2, I should say, 3rd and 2. Here's the snap. Thompson starts to the left, cross sweep. Here's Lynn, flag down, first down, much more. Finally knocked off his feet at the 27. It may come back. Antonio Mason maybe got called for an illegal, or I say he was the one who was given the illegal block. So on the third down and short, they get the first, but the referee will nullify it and bring it back. Bryant's been moving the ball well. Harvell Owens, the referee, will wait for his call.
But holding on the offense, 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
So it comes back to the Bryant 48. And Alma Bryant, instead of 3rd and 2, now with 3rd and 7. Thompson takes the snap under center, sends Moore in motion. They're going to try a reverse, and Murphy will smell it out and throw the runner down at the 40-yard line. That play was the reverse, and Kevin Tyson was right there to smell it out as Daughtry ran the reverse on the feed from Curtis Moore. And the Kyla Daughtry went nowhere. Now the timeout with 1.7 seconds to go. They're taking a timeout. Bryant will use its last timeout with 1.7 seconds to go. With the ball at their own 41-yard line. Why not let the clock finish up? Now it's 4th and long. And that timeout is charged to Bryant. 1.7 seconds to go. During our halftime, we'll send it right back to Pigskin Pete in our WNSP studios. Maybe he'll have some scores to bring us up to date on. And on Sports City 6, you'll see the band show, Bryant and Murphy bands in action. I would think that Bryant on 4th and 14 would just take the snap and kill the clock. Mark Lassiter, 4th year as head coach, first at Bryant, assisted by Todd Watson and also David Watson, sons of a former Alba coach, R.L. Watson, who's now principal at Scarborough. And we get movement on the line. David Faulkner with ties to T.R. Miller. They'll be going up there next week. Is the running back quarterback coach for Alma Bryant. Eric Collier works with the defensive backs. He attended Alba. Scott Meredith. Now, here's an interesting story.
False start against the offense.
Penalty against the offense. Scott Meredith coaches defensive line here. His brother's at Theodore. His dad, Bill, or their dad, Bill, was the Boosters Club president last year for Alma Bryant. He's attending tonight's game right here at the Eye of the Storm Stadium. 1.7 seconds remaining. Snap and the long throw on 4th down to Odom. Incomplete, went out of bounds, and that'll do it. A lot of exciting offensive plays in the first half. Bryant leading Murphy 14-7. Lynn Thompson, 2 touchdowns in the first half. One a 10-yard run in the first quarter, and in the second quarter, a 56-yard run after he was apparently stopped and broke away. Curtis Moore has added both point afters. And Murphy at 1:56 got on the board. Let's go to the field now. Scott has Mark Lassiter. Go ahead, Scott.
Well, Coach Mark Lassiter, you had a 14-0 lead. Murphy came back, though, and made this a football game before the half.
Oh, sure. Murphy's got a fine football team. They've been playing good ball all year long. They've been playing some good people. They've got a good football team. They're getting better every week, and we knew we were coming in. We're in for a 4-quarter war, and we're prepared to fight it. You know, we just got to go in and make a few adjustments in the second half. We got to quit fumbling the football around and giving them extra chances and score when we move it. We moved the football down 3 times and don't come away with nothing. So we got some things we need to work on at halftime.
Well, I know you want to stay focused even going into the playoffs.
Oh yeah, we're trying to work what we're doing. You know, I can't even think about the playoffs right now, Scott. I want to beat Murphy more than anything in the world right now, and that's all we're going to worry about. We're going to work. We're going to get better this half. Come out and see if we can stop them. See if we can put one in the end zone and win this thing.
All right, looking forward to the second half. All right, Coach Mark Lassiter as he goes to the locker room with a 14-7 lead over Murphy.
14-7, Scott, was the score that last week's game wound up with Bryant beating Mary G. Montgomery to improve to 7-0, and they now lead 14-7. It's halftime. Once again on WNSP, we go back to Pigskin Pete, and on Sports City 6, you get the Murphy Band, that's the Bryant Band. I'm Lee Shavanian for Scott Hunter and our Sports City 6 crew. The South Trust High School football game of the week on Sports City 6 and WNSP. It's halftime.